Okay, so picture this. You've got a big deadline tomorrow. You know you should be working, but instead you're scrolling, maybe watching a random YouTube video, just like this one. The clock's ticking, but you're telling yourself, just 5 more minutes. Sound familiar? Well, hello everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And today, just like the story in the intro I told you, I will be talking to you guys or telling you guys some tips and tricks on how to manage your time. So trust me, I've been there. And it's not just you. Almost everyone struggles with time management at some point. But the good news, you can take back control of your time. And I'm going to show you how. No fancy tricks, just real strategies that work. So, the problem. Let's be real for a second. Time management isn't about being lazy. Most of us want to get things done, but life gets in the way. You start a task and then bam, a notification pops up, or you sit down to work, but suddenly you're hit with the overwhelming feeling of where do I even start? Here's what used to happen to me. I'd look to my to-do list and think, okay, I'll start with the hardest thing to get it out of the way. But then I'd get distracted, procrastinate, and before I knew it, the day was gone. The worst part, that stress of rushing everything last minute, it's exhausting, right? I know you guys all feel it, and that is also one of the main reasons you guys must be wanting to understand how to manage your time. And so, well, if this is where you are right now, whether it is school, work, or a side hustle, you're not alone. But let's talk about how to break out of that cycle. Okay, first, here's the truth. Managing your time starts with managing your mind. And I know that sounds a little cheesy, but hear me out. A few months ago, I had this moment where I realized I wasn't just wasting time, I was wasting opportunities. Time was time that I will never get back, and that hit hard. So, you know what changed? Two things. First, I stopped aiming for perfection and started aiming for progress. Even the smallest step forward is better than nothing. So I will keep on going. Doesn't matter. I didn't just waste time thinking about what should I do, but I decided to do it, to put actual progress into the work. Not only think of it, just look at it, and then eventually I will get distracted. Open Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or whatever. And second, I made a commitment to myself. When it's time to work, I work. Period. No distractions, no multitasking, just one task at a time. For example, before I start, I always do a quick mental check. I ask myself, what's the one thing I need to do to get done right now? Then I focus on that and only that. I know it's not easy at first. You feel the urge to check your phone or jump to something else. But the more you practice, the better you get at it. So now let's get and talk about practical steps, the stuff that actually works and help you with time management. And these are the things I've used personally, and they've made a huge difference. First, forget about tackling everything at once. That's overwhelming, and it'll just paralyze you, make you just get much more stress and make you lose focus, eventually make you do useless things. Instead, start with something small, If you're writing an essay, just open the document and write the title. If you're coding, start by organizing your files. Small wins build momentum. Step 2 is, this one's classic, but so effective, You set a timer, 25 minutes of work and 20 followed by a 5-minute break. All of you might heard of this, or most of you at the very least. It's called the Pomodoro technique. And that's it. It's simple. And it works because it gives your brain clear boundaries. You know when to focus and when to rest. I use an app called Be Focus for this. I downloaded it on my laptop. I don't know if it's available for Windows because I'm using a MacBook, as you can see as well. But you can even use kitchen timer, or maybe your phone for that. And the next is break down your tasks. Instead of saying finish the whole project, say research this part, write this section, or test this feature. Small tasks feel less intimidating and are easier to start. And here's a habit that changed everything for me. Before I close out my day, maybe before I leave out of class, I usually think, or if, before I go to sleep, okay, I think about the things that what I want to do for tomorrow. It doesn't have to be a detailed hour by hour schedule, you know. You just need to jot down three things, or the three main or other main things. Either it can be three, two, one, or more. It depends, you know. That you must get done tomorrow. But don't try using too much. You know, don't put down too much things. You know. It might overwhelm you as well. So, if you do, start finding where you're comfortable at. Maybe two, three, one. Up to you. With that, you know, that way it can help you. You wake up knowing that you know, you know exactly what you want to do. Well, I know these steps sound basic, maybe, you know, but sometimes the simplest solutions are the most effective. So now let's talk about some lessons I learned the hard way. As you very all know, it is just a quick story. A few months back, I had this project with a tight deadline around a week or two, or I think a week and a half. I told myself I had plenty of time, so I kept putting it off, playing games, watching YouTube, scrolling through Instagram. You know, when I do open the tab of my project, I just look at it, think, what do I want to do? What should I do with this part? And after that, leave it again. Go back to watching YouTube, playing games. A lot of time wasted. And well, because of that, days turned into weeks. And when the deadline hit, I wasn't even halfway done. I missed out on a great opportunity because I underestimated the task and wasted my time. And through that experience, it taught me three things. One is to never underestimate your task. Two, every bit of progress matters, no matter how small. And three, your time is the most valuable thing you have, so use it wisely. And because you will, and also one thing, like I said before, you will never get it back. Time management isn't about being perfect, it's about being consistent. And once you get into the habit of managing your time well, everything will fall into place. Less stress, more focus, and way more freedom to do the things you love. You will feel more enjoyable. Well, you will feel that everything is much more enjoyable. You know, more flow in your life, on your tasks and everything. It just feels so good. Trust me. And well, if this video helped you, hit that subscribe button and comment down below. And of maybe your own experience, or maybe any tips and tricks and that I haven't covered in this video. And let's help each other out. You know. And don't forget to check the description for my favorite tools and tips to get started. Thank you all for watching. Go make the most of your time, and I'll see you in the next one. See you. Exalted all over